No, especially this guy that I got coming up next, Jake. This guy that got coming up next, he's 6'1". Now he's 6'1", so he big too. He ran a 4.43, and I got the Jags coming up next. So I got Cam Smith coming out of South Carolina. He's super physical, and he had 10 penalties per PPF, Jake. And so you just mentioned that you can't go up and body people. Johnson can't go body people. He definitely not gonna body Cam because Cam's gonna get a flag. Cam, super aggressive. We talked about this before. Flags can win you championships or lose you championships. In Cam's case, it can lose you championships. So, or games in general. So when it comes to Cam Smith, he's gonna have to work on that. That's a major flag. Literally and figuratively. We want guys to be disciplined. So Cam's gonna have to work on that. A lot of times, that's just technique. That a lot of it is just mental, Jake. Just mentally, where's your mind at on this play? What are you thinking here? So I got Cam Smith, a long outside corner. Like I said, he can come up and make tackles. He's physical at the line of scrimmage, and I can see him, bodying up guys like Quentin Johnson because he's 6'1". And if Quentin Johnson wants to get a little too close, my guy Cam, he's going to stick it to him. So I got Cam Smith going to the Jags.
I like it. Interesting. You have a corner. You didn't have the corner that I think they might end up getting if they go corner, Emmanuel Forbes. I've mentioned him now twice. And I don't even have him in the first round, but I think some of it's just wishful thinking as a Rams fan. Either way, I have guard Ocyrus Torrence out of Florida. So he stays in Florida, but he's a guard, so we can't call it a business decision, right? This isn't exactly like Ocyrus Torrence isn't just, he's not going to be on your Nike commercials or anything like that. Although Nike should give the guy some love. But what I will say, what I'll say about Torrence is that he's the best guard in football, in this draft. And when you look at Trevor Lawrence and the step he took, and I was kind of not really I wouldn't say a hater or anything like that, but like I wasn't a true believer that he was as good as he was
because of his hair.
And it's definitely that. No, I just didn't think he deserved the comps that like Peyton Manning. I don't think he was Peyton Manning. I think maybe the legend of Trevor Lawrence became bigger than he actually was in college, because I think college he was huge, but then the NFL, like going into the draft process, I didn't see the same. And I also saw some of the games where I expected him to take off. He didn't. But anyway, back to my point. The point is Jacksonville saw him take that next step. They played in the playoffs. They won a playoff game. They came back. He had an awful game, but then came back and turned it around. Okay. We need to get him some help at all costs. And to me, adding Torrence, there will be people banging the table for Ben Barch. I don't care who goes, but Torrence is a plug and play guard. Period. And he's gonna create a wall for your franchise quarterback to throw the ball.
There you go. I mean, you need protection, Jake. We need protection. These quarterbacks have new helmets, Jake. These guys have new helmets now to stay protected, and I think that's super important. So I like the pick there. Making sure your franchise quarterback can make sure his hair is protected. Make sure he's good to go. So I love it there, Jake.